So I used to have this mindset. You can eat whatever you want. It doesn't matter. As long as you're in your caloric deficit, it does not matter what you eat. That's about as far away from the truth as finding intelligent life here on earth. Because it does matter. And I had to figure out that the hard way after failing my diet over and over and over again, to the point where I failed, it's got to be over 100 times on my diet. Because I always told myself it's okay to eat a bag of candy for lunch as long as I'm under my caloric deficit. As long as I'm in my caloric deficit, I can have 3 Snicker bars for lunch. And what I failed to realize, what I finally understand now, is I go hungry like 1 hour later. I go hungry 30 minutes later. Right after I finish those candy bars, I'm hungry. And the number one reason why people fail at diets is because they're starving. They go hungry. They don't eat enough. They don't feel satiated. And so, unbeknownst to me, I satisfied my sweet tooth, but my stomach wasn't full enough. I was full, yeah, for maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you compare to the 8 ounces of food I was consuming for lunch, which was my candy, compared to the amount of food I could have ate as far as healthy food, man, I could have had 60 ounces of food compared to that 8 ounces of food. I mean, it makes literal no sense. Of course, I'm gonna eat more. I want to eat more, right? So I can feel full instead of eating this little bit of food and I'm gonna be starving right after. That's where I went wrong, and that's probably where a lot of you guys are going wrong too. And so in this channel, I'm just sharing with you my experience, what I learned. I'm sharing my failures, and I want you guys to not have to learn the hard way like I did. You don't have to fail your diet 100 times to get it right. Just learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them. That's what wise people do. And so I bought a bag of candy 3 weeks ago, and I said, man, this doesn't make sense. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm gonna I'm gonna be so hungry right after. Let me do something different. And I finally did. And instead of that bag of candy, which was like Smarties, it was like a little bag of Smarties. And it's so silly. 350 calories for like 3 ounces of food. Makes no sense. I threw that to the side. I grilled up some chicken, a bunch of vegetables, some corn, and I picked up this plate of food and I was like, dang, this plate is pretty heavy compared to that little bag of candy. There's a reason why all these bodybuilders and folks in the fitness industry, there's a reason why they all eat healthy and they eat their vegetables and fruits and their healthy carbs, because it makes you satiated so you don't feel hungry later. There's a reason why you don't see anyone eat a bunch of sweets for lunch and say, oh, it's in my caloric goal, so it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter what you eat. So that's a new mindset that I have in 2025. And I hope you guys will adopt the same mindset. And let's get it, man. Let's get shredded. See you guys.